Sometimes your Gmail inbox gets cluttered and you lose track of what's in there until one day you just check out and blow off your email. It doesn't have to be that way. There is a solution. Today we'll learn how to use Gmail labels and filters to make email easier for you. We'll examine what labels are and how they function. Then we'll discuss some strategies for making the best of your labels. Next we'll examine filters, what they are and how to implement them as a means of managing your received mail. Finally, we'll review how to use filters to sort specific email addresses. Are you ready? Let's make it so. Gmail labels are a tool for tagging and cataloging your messages. If you find a cluttered inbox unbearable, labels will help make it easier to understand what's going on in there. Are your messages from friends? Or from family? Are they bills, newsletters, updates, and junk? You can create labels, name them anything you want, and choose a specific color. You can add as many different labels to each email as possible. The process of adding and removing a label is quick and simple. Notice that in this email, I added the labels family and urgent. This makes it easy for some people to focus on these messages while helping others to ignore them. Just kidding. All your labels are listed in the lower right-hand column of your Gmail inbox. If you click on a label there, you'll see all emails included with that label. If you remove a label, you remove it from your list. Gmail labels are that simple. There's many ways to utilize labels. Here are some examples. You can wrap labels according to your priorities, such as urgent, important, tomorrow, give to someone else, never mind. You can also create label buckets that include stuff like personal, fun, work, products, junk. You're really only limited by your imagination. Gmail has a great feature that makes using labels a lot easier. You can drag and drop labels onto your email directly. For instance, if I wanted to add the label family to one of my emails, I can grab it, go ahead and drag it to the appropriate email, and there you go. Now that includes that label. Now, conversely, if you want to add a label but remove it from your inbox, you can do the opposite. You go ahead and grab an email and move it to the appropriate label you want to use. It's been removed from your inbox. However, if you click on labels, it's there. Are you enjoying this video? If so, we'd appreciate it if you could like it. Also consider subscribing for more content. Filters can be created by clicking on this icon at the top of the screen, which opens up a drop-down form. Now, the primary function of this form is to perform an advanced search of your Gmail. However, you'll notice that there's a function called Create Filters at the bottom of your screen, which allows you to turn your advanced search into a filter. Let's review what you can do with this form. From to subject will allow you to search your email in these specific forms. Has a word will include specific words on an entire search. Doesn't have the word will exclude words from a specific search. Size determines what size email you're going to be searching for. You can determine greater than, less than, and you can say no greater than 10 megabytes, no less than 5 megabytes. You can also determine whether it's going to be megabytes, kilobytes, bytes. Down here, Date within is a little confusing, but here you pick a calendar date and then you determine what days before and after that calendar date you search, like 1 week before and after a calendar date. Um, Search seems a little confusing, but really what it means is that you search specific parts of your Gmail account, whether it's your trash, your drafts, all your mails, certain folders you've created. And then finally, you have has attachments, so the search will only include email that has attachments. Uh, doesn't include chats, pretty straightforward. Once you've created your filter, you must now decide what Gmail will do with it. Many of your choices are obvious, such as mark it as read, star it, delete it, never send it to spam, always mark as important, never mark as appointment. Um, Easy to understand, pretty straightforward. Skip the inbox is a little bit more tricky. Basically, it's just going to be archived, which means the only way you're going to be able to look at it is by doing a search. So use this with care. One way of getting around it is you can also apply a filter instantly if you've created a filter like important or work. Those filters will automatically be added and they will show up when they're in your inbox with the label. And if you include archive it, then they'll only be accessible through that label. Forwarding it to another email address is pretty straightforward too. You forward it to another email address. There is another procedure for forwarding to multiple email addresses, which I'll discuss in another video. Categorize it is not too big of a deal. There are specific categories that are pre-designated in Gmail that you can use and they'll access them. Uh, if you want to explore that on your own, it is somewhat interesting, but not as helpful as, at least as I thought. Uh, Apply your filter to matching emails, and it gives you a count of those matching emails. So if it finds any of the emails that currently fit this criteria that have already been received, you can apply to them right now. There are several ways you can utilize your filters. For instance, you can create a filter in which all emails received from a specific address are marked. You can do this for a variety of actions. Here's some of the other actions you can consider. You can ensure your email is auto-marked as important and or starred. You can create a unique label that you have auto-marked to these messages. Labels say stuff like must read now or urgent or whatever really. You can turn your labels into buckets where emails are sent, bypassing the inbox by selecting skip the inbox. Using labels is really up to you, your needs, and your imagination. Modifying a filter isn't too difficult, but it might be a little tricky to access. So here's what you do. You go ahead and you go to this icon here. You click it. They bring up the quick settings menu. Go ahead and select see all settings. Then you have the general settings menu. Go ahead and click the tab filters and blocked addresses. This will list all your filters. For this example, I created one. You can delete it or edit it. Let's go ahead and edit it. This will bring up the form you've seen before. Go ahead and make your modifications here. Then you'd click continue. You'd see the second form. You'd make your modifications here. And then you click update filter. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Did you enjoy? Was it helpful? Let us know in the comments. And give us a like to keep us alive.